Joe Biden has published a piece in today's Washington Post. I will share a few sentences from it with you. His nation was founded on a simple yet profound principle. No one is above the law. Not the President of the United States, not a justice on the Supreme Court of the United States, no one. He goes on to say, on top of the dangerous and extreme decisions that overturn subtle legal precedents, including Roe v. Wade, this court is mired in a crisis of ethics. Scandals involving several justices have caused the public to question the court's fairness and independence, which is faithfully carrying out its mission of equal justice under the law. For example, undisclosed gifts to justices from individuals with interests in cases before the court, as well as conflicts of interest connected with the January 6th insurrectionists, raise legitimate questions about this court's impartiality. What is happening now, President Biden writes, is not normal, and it undermines the public's confidence in the court's decisions, including those impacting personal freedoms. We now stand in a breach. That's why, he writes, in the face of increasing threats to America's democratic institutions, I am calling for 3 bold reforms to restore the court and our democracy. His first one is he wants this new constitutional amendment called the No One is Above the Law Amendment that says explicitly that even presidents can be arrested for crimes they commit while they're in office. Number one, nobody is above the law. Number 2, he wants term limits for presidents. He said we've had for Supreme Court justices. He says we've had term limits for presidents for nearly 75 years. We should have the same for Supreme Court justices. He said, I support a system in which the president would appoint a justice every 2 years to spend 18 years in active service on the Supreme Court. And then third, he's calling for a binding code of conduct for the court. He said justices should be required to disclose gifts, refrain from public political activity, and recuse themselves from cases in which they or their spouses have financial or other conflicts of interest. Every other federal judge, he notes, is bound by an enforceable code of conduct, reason for the Supreme Court to be exempt. God bless you, Joe Biden.